Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Tua on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run.
And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Mostert off the read option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8. They run with Mostert off the option. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football.
Come on, set. Red, cycle.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Another run with Sanders. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts a handoff to Sanders to about the 35, 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Second and 7. They go back to the ground with Sanders. 110 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hurts. And Pascal's got it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Here's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Down.
They'll start with the option, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
2nd down, here's Hurts. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Taken at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. From just shy of midfield, Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Buying time to his left.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. On the counter now, it's Sanders.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Sanders is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Let's go now. Ready?
Up the middle they go with Sanders. A solid stiff arm. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run here with Sanders. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 169 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a fourth down. Going for it with Sanders. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run with Sanders. And he gets halfway there down to the 1 yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Eagles 26, Dolphins 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
19.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His fourth touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go. Going to be rail.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.